Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribes to my channel. Today we will talk about top 10 things you need to know about Elon Musk. 10. A boy raised by books. Born in South Africa, Musk is the offspring of May, a Canadian nutritionist and model, and Errol, a South African engineer. His parents, however, rarely did much parenting, instead leaving basic child rearing to a housekeeper. The man himself says that books, stacks and stacks of them, were his constant companions as a child. After his parents divorced in 1980, his brother and sister chose to remain with his mother, while Musk stayed with his father. Later, he realized that his dad was a terrible human being, one with a reputation for ruthlessness. Elon Musk had shot 3 intruders dead in self-defense and was acquitted of manslaughter. He also fathered a child with his own stepdaughter. In spite of his personal shortcomings, Elon's father was also a good engineer, one who passed along many fundamental lessons on electricity, construction, and science to his young son. 9. College dropout to millionaire. Musk earned degrees in economics and physics from the University of Pennsylvania, which he paid for by turning his rented 10-bedroom frat house into a nightclub on weekends. In 1995, he traveled to Stanford University in California to chase a PhD in applied physics, but after just 2 days, he dropped out of his classes to become an entrepreneur instead. That same year, he and his brother Kimball created Global Link Information Network, which provided online city guides to newspapers like the Chicago Tribune and the New York Times. These guides functioned like internet versions of the Yellow Pages. Although his father claims the money to start this company came from him, Musk says that it actually was from a group of angel investors. 8. Charter member of the PayPal Mafia. A millionaire at just 28, Musk used money from the sale of Zip2 to found X.com, one of the world's first online banks, in 1999. The service enabled a variety of financial tools, including payment without a credit card. Because X.com was perceived by some as an adult-themed website, Musk changed the name of this company to PayPal.com after it merged with rival Confinity. The new company doubled down on offering money transfer services via email and the web, and the business grew. 7. Wants to put a colony on Mars. With PayPal out of the picture, Musk was free to pursue a literally loftier goal: space. And he had the money to do that. Disappointed that NASA had no plans for a manned mission to Mars, he dreamed of a project called Mars Oasis, which would create a greenhouse on the red planet. As part of that otherworldly concept, he co-founded SpaceX in 2002, a company meant to make space travel more practical. SpaceX was born in part after Musk did the math and realized that space missions would be much more affordable if someone could develop a dependable and reusable rocket system. So that's exactly what he set out to do. In 2020 alone, SpaceX flew a record 26 missions, 22 of those using refurbished rockets, and it booked its first paying passenger to the moon in September 2018. 6. Revolutionize the auto industry. Musk believes that humans must make the switch from a reliance on fossil fuels to renewable energy, or else we'll exhaust our energy supplies and, as he puts it, plunge into the dark ages. Source: Leary. Like many scientists, he warns about the dangers of rising carbon dioxide levels due to the combustion of fossil fuels and subsequent global warming. The Tesla Roadster, 2008, was the first electronic vehicle to use lithium-ion battery cells and to have a range greater than 200 miles, 320 kilometers, per charge. This spurred big automakers to come out with EVs of their own, like the Chevy Volt. In 2015, Tesla launched the first semi-autonomous car, a move many of the big automakers have emulated. Since then, Musk has said that Tesla models will have technology to be fully driverless. 5. Has a son named Xaexia. Musk met his first wife, Justine, when they were both enrolled at Queen's University in Ontario. As PayPal's success multiplied, and married in 2000. Tragically, their first son, Nevada, died from sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, when he was just 10 weeks old. Following a messy divorce in 2008, Musk began a relationship with English actress Talia Riley, and in 2010, the two married. Just 2 years later, they divorced. In 2013, not only did they reconcile, but they got married once again. Perhaps not surprisingly, they divorced for the second time in 2016. 4. Only person to start $4 billion companies. What part of your body would you be willing to lop off just to come up with just a single $1 million idea? Elon Musk is so business savvy that he's created or co-founded not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 companies that are worth more than $1 billion each: PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, and SolarCity. SpaceX is valued at more than $74 billion, and some economists say Tesla's valuation could soar to $1 trillion as demand for the EVs skyrocket in China. Tesla acquired SolarCity in 2016 for $2.6 billion in stock. It was originally started by Musk's cousins, and he invested $10 million in it in 2006. SolarCity designs and sells solar panels for residential and commercial purposes. Both Tesla and SolarCity share the goal of making sustainable energy more practical and efficient. Musk knows that charitable causes come with the territory of extreme wealth. He gave $15 million to the Global Learning Program, which is meant to help unprivileged children around the world boost basic skills. In reading and math. 3. He's a hard worker and a demanding boss. By 2012, Musk's net worth exceeded $1 billion for the first time. These days, that number is well above $156.9 billion, putting him around the second richest person in the world, though that fluctuates depending on things like Tesla's stock price. But Musk doesn't parade around with enormous expensive personal purchases like yachts. Instead, he buries himself at the office, and he expects the same dedication from his employees, a fact that sometimes leads to controversy. In Ashley Vance's biography of Elon Musk, he recounts a story about a longtime assistant who asked for a raise. Musk told her to take 2 weeks off, during which time he would do her job and see how critical she really was to the team. When she returned, he told her he did meet her again. She was offered another position but left the company instead, no doubt insulted. 2. Here comes the Hyperloop. In 2013, with his quirky brilliance at top gear, Musk felt bold enough to unveil the plans for his futuristic Hyperloop, a form of transportation dreamed up by the engineering teams at Tesla and SpaceX. The Hyperloop concept, which is part of his The Boring Company, is essentially a train inside a big airtight tube. The so-called vac train would haul people or cargo along a thin cushion of air thanks in part to electromagnets that suspend capsules above rails. In one initial proposal, Musk said the Hyperloop might be used in heavily populated areas like Southern California, zipping people from San Francisco to Los Angeles at speeds approaching 700 or 800 miles per hour, 1,126 or 1,287 kilometers per hour, drastically reducing travel times and dodging gridlock that plagues the highways. 1. He's controversial on Twitter. Just like Donald Trump, Elon Musk is famous, or infamous, for his provocative tweets. When the members of a boys' soccer team in Thailand were trapped in a cave in July 2018, Musk had his engineers work on transforming a liquid transfer tube from a SpaceX rocket into a type of child-sized submarine that could travel through the water in the cave. The Thai government found the vessel impractical, and a British cave diver heavily involved in the rescue effort called Musk's Submarine a PR stunt. Musk responded by tweeting that the diver was a pedo guy, in other words, a pedophile. After an uproar, Musk apologized. Source: Chew. Still, the cave diver sued him for libel. What do you think of my video? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching my video.